Oh God.
Watching. Just head over there.
Well, you didn't.
Right, calm down, man. What the frick?
Calm down. She came into my chat yesterday.
Yeah, I like that sidetrack. And like I was like, oh fuck, she's live.
Well, did she come into my chat yesterday with her opinion? What's the matter, Steph? You don't want to talk? You wanted to talk in my chat, but you don't want to talk now, right? Come on now. You guys want to talk. You came into my chat. I didn't block you.
No, I got sidetracked. I was coloring, and that's what coloring, like all these different colors, and I was coloring, and I was like, man, I don't fuck. I'm supposed to be on
You didn't have a problem when Rev told you had a nice ass, did you? You didn't have a problem when Rev told you had a nice ass, right? You want to come? But what you want to do is come in my chat and talk shit, right? Is that what you want to do? You want to come in my chat and talk shit? But you don't want to let me up on your panel?
Is he looking for a priest?
Yeah, well, did she come over to my chat yesterday? I said you look good in that shower. Yeah, that FOD showed everybody. No, man. Mandolin. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Steph. No, Steph. No. I'm not talking about you, Mandolin. I'm talking about Steph came to my chat. Right. I know you didn't block me. What I'm talking about is I'm talking about Steph. No. I'm not hyper focused. What I said was do not assert her back. Did you think that Rev was hyper focused when he told her she had a nice ass? Right. But you didn't want to come up and clarify. Well, what comes? What Mandolin? What comes about public? Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Well, but it's not weird for Rev to ask her if she had a nice ass. When Rev said she had a nice ass, that wasn't weird, right? But you would. Well, it's still up. It's still up. No, you politely declined it by saying that you were at dinner with your parents. Well, you came to my chat by thinking it's something that was your place to talk on an argument that me and Fod had since before you were around. Right? But no, what I said was that those things hurt your back.
Have you saw Darren's video yet?
I haven't seen it. Should we watch it?
You should definitely watch it.
Why didn't you mind it when you stood up and Rev told you had a nice ass? You didn't mind that. Now, what is it with you girls? You want to talk about me, but when I show up, you don't want to let me up. What's up with that? Can't handle a conversation, or
I did politely tonight. Thank you.
You didn't politely deny anything. You lied and said you were at dinner with your parents.
Yeah.
Ain't that nice?
You didn't.
Yeah, I was on your private chat. I also said, oh, sorry. No,
Yeah.
you're fine.
That is what he. Do you remember when he tried to shame Science Girl for sending her photo because he was a married man?
Yeah, you don't do that. You don't do that.
Yeah, but it's okay that he shamed the married man over there. He shames me, right?
Wasn't shaming you. How does me saying that you looked really good in that shower? How's that shaming you?
I thought that man mentioned talk like.
Well, my wife is sitting right here. Because you sent a picture to somebody and they shared it with her. My wife is sitting right here. Say hi, Nicole. Yeah, see, my wife is sitting right here. She knows what happened. She shared that picture with somebody and they passed it around. Oh, no. A lack of respect would be saying you looked really nasty in the shower. Well, how did you feel when you stood up and Rev told you had a nice ass? Whatever you do, don't respond to that because you can't. Do you feel disrespected because Rev told you? Yeah. Yeah. See, this is why you guys don't want to panel up with me.
Okay. Yeah, Dirk. You know why? You're a respectable man. That's why.
Oh, I'm disrespectful.
I mean, he's a troll, right?
I'm disrespectful. What if I said you look like a crackhead in the shower?
So we're gonna give you some attention. Hope you like it.
Mhm.
Referring to the end of times, the date. But here, lately, as I've grown closer to God, the numbers were important. I decided to be still and listen. What came to me was the verse in Romans 12:21.
Thank God for that.
Be joyful in hope. Be patient in affliction. Faithful in prayer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But you don't want to let me panel. That's right. Just sounds just like it. But you won't let me on your panel. That's what I don't understand.
Oh, you don't think so?
No, we don't.
You're over there.
Yeah, nobody's shouting. It's morning.
I saw that. See, they're chicken shits. They don't want it. They want to talk about somebody, but they don't want to talk to somebody.
I don't give a fuck if she's autistic or not. You might send me a clip. I didn't used to be a feminist until a couple days ago. And now I'm going to use it to my name.
That's right. She did do that.
Then when I called her a dumb bitch, she referred to my friend dumb people. You got to find out what the dumb actually is.
Oh, wow.
Oh, but that was 2 years ago.
Everybody know what cream pie is?
Ugh.
She's very sick.
Yeah. Well, Wendy has bangs, doesn't she? Doesn't Wendy have bangs? Why you been? But doesn't Wendy have bangs? If Carla's bangs, red bangs, are funny, wouldn't Wendy's be too?
Some troll named Train Wreck coming here. He must be right off YouTube. He must be right off YouTube. Come on, science. Come on, science girl. It's just where the gay men meet women drama. No, that's over. That's over. Save Robbie's channel. Save Robbie's getting like.
Yeah.
Are you trying to tell us something, bud? No, that's fine.
You're not in the drama, right?
I didn't say I wasn't in the drama.
It's okay. It's okay, none. All right. Come on, science girl. And a heterosexual straight male, I always have it.
Who? What did you say? What the fuck did you just say? Oh, that's me.
Can
you not say shit like that? Don't be that triggered. Arguing that way like that. Chat, Ryan.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You can't say shit like that. Go say it with your own family. Don't talk about somebody. Wait, that is not what you got. And relax. Stop with that shit. Don't say that shit. Oh my god. What's the difference? You're gonna do that? I say who's fucking different, Brian? Do you know how to read a room?
Yeah, I'm not looking at that.
Apologize, please.
Yeah, damn, Steph. When you got 3 girls up there with you.
Not evil, Brian. For fuck's sake. If you want to make yourself look like that, you go right ahead.
Mm-hmm. Well, what about that man Fod that talks like that? What about the man Fod that talks? Huh? What about the man you mod for, Fod, that talks the same way? What about that? That's right. No. She told us what her identity was. Go watch Drama Vault. I said Fod's kids' names. Yeah, I sure did. Why would I lie about that?
If you want to, have the community accept your transgender identity, then you have to portray your transgender identity.
Absolutely.
If you're going to play the man role, if you're going to say you're a man, then act like a man up.
That's right. You are listening. See, they just said they weren't listening, but they're watching. See. They're not listening, but they're watching. Come on, you guys should be blonde.
She's very sensitive about that. Let's not do that part. And they become and then they're now beautiful women.
Yeah. When's the process begin? I have. That's the only issue I have.
No. How do you sense sexual tension when you got 7 kids? Well, when I speak the truth like Ben Shapiro does, yeah, probably don't need a degree for that. Well, they're trying to roast me pretty good over there. See, I went over there and she wouldn't let me up on her panel. No.
love someone else who wasn't really on them, that just means
What's
they
that
have low
about?
self-esteem in their own life. So in order for them to take how they feel badly about themselves off of them, they put it on someone else. Why is this person trying to break up marriages on YouTube? What you're dealing with is sexual deviant predator.
Absolutely.
It's time for you to pack your bag and check out. You got enough fun here in your little fun land. Go back to Diane. I don't really like to go already. Anyway, I love the grooming that goes on with this predator that's in our community.
That's right. She groomed Stephanie into sending her pictures.
Because apparently Randy and her husband had a little bit of sexual encounter on while hangouts were going on. Here, this is what
Because people are fed up with this predator in this community.
people are fed up with this person that uses gender as a
Thank
joke.
you for replaying this.
People are fed up with the shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Lots of people.
It's bad. You're a pedophile. But I hate that. Why don't you get off her foot, you nasty fucking bitch? You're a nasty motherfucker.
Well, I learned that from Fod. I learned to talk like that from Fod. Boy, I think we're adulting today, though, right?
You might need to have a conversation with that, Brian. I'm just saying.
Well, that was a long time ago.
I listened to it, but I didn't hear all that. Like,
Yeah, I've had plenty of conversations with God since then. Hi, Top Cop. So has Truth. She's forgot about it too. It's called adulting.
And all of that was after he came back and was supposed to be.
Oh, absolutely was not. It was not after that. Yeah, thank you. Oh my God, you're talking about something that happened a long time. Yeah, with Fod, that's a sexual predator. Yeah. If you guys want to read the Bible about what sexual immorality is, and send that over to Fod.
She nailed it though, like that's what she was wanting to show, for what she was wanting to show, she nailed it. So
Oh, Derry D probably hasn't nailed anything for quite a while.
I'm not listening. I forgot about some of that. All this happened since September of last year, right?
Yeah.
Or right before he left, right before, but most of the fed up, we're fed up. But he just started.
That's right.
Like people only just started giving him some more, like I guess, airtime with the.
Like you guys just did.
Since he's been back, so it had most of it had to be pretty recent, but I know the Tracy stuff was kind of old, but that's why I said like let's show the old Brian, but and maybe the Ash stuff was kind of probably right before he left last time, but yeah, that's holy water for the chat. I guess holy water for
Yeah.
Hey, 50 Shades. Hey, Nikki's here.
Holy water. How about some shower water?
I don't either.
But anyways.
Yeah. I don't know what to say after that. It's really it's a lot.
Mm-hmm. You had plenty to say yesterday, didn't you?
I'm glad that the part from the one stream that I was on with him was in there because I forgot about that and she takes our lives down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so somebody is saying interesting thing is it was okay for them to have a fake pic of you last night. Okay, I really thought that person was Brian. Yeah, she did. It was my reaction. I'm gonna post my reaction because I was like, Brian's here. Why is Brian coming on my panel? And I thought it was Brian. Really did.
The funniest
come
thing
on.
about it was when you finally brought him up and we saw the picture, it was that you thought it was Brian.
Yeah, I was like, wait, that's Brian? Are you kidding me? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, and they weren't saying I was Brian. And it wasn't Brian. And then I was like,
Yeah, it was Kimmy P.
What is this? And I thought I had it figured out, and I was wrong about it. You know, how like, cause I sent the link to several people, and I put it somewhere. And right, I thought I had it figured out, and I was wrong by who it was or whatever. And it was just the weirdest thing. Like,
it was Kimmy P, and they all knew who it was before she went up there.
I thought it was Brian. And then we were just laughing about it or whatever, and it wasn't his picture.
It looked like me though, didn't it?
You know, some random picture of a wrestler.
Mm-hmm. It was an attempted dox, is what that was.
And I've seen them on like 5
Oh my god, no.
Yeah. Even last night. Like really, he was traveling down in the void and stuff.
Oh my god, that makes it even better. But yeah, I didn't know. I had no clue that was gonna happen. You could tell by what I'm gonna repost my live too. I just had to go back to my live, but you could tell I had no clue.
Yeah. She's trying to clean it up. She knew it was Kimmy P.
Oh, none of us did.
You knew it was Kimmy P, Amanda. You knew that was Kimmy P. Yes, you did. You know who that was. That was a relative of mine. You know that. You wasn't thrown off. That was your fake way of doxing. It's kind of funny.
Damn it.
Wait, attempted dogs.
I thought you said you weren't listening. A minute ago, you said he's over there thinking that we're listening. I know you're listening. Yeah. Yeah, that's a wrestler. Get a good look at his features. Yeah, it was a wrestler from 1979 with Georgia Championship Wrestling.
No.
Yeah, that was an attempted dox. Well, we know that that's Kimmy P has ADD. Yeah, you know who it was. Yeah. Yeah, you know who it was. And a little while ago, they said, he's over there acting like we're listening. And then they said something that I said. Goofy ass fuckers.
I want to thank Brian for letting being the first comment in my chat.
Well, thank you, Steph.
You did a first comment in your chat? Oh, wow.
Yeah. First. First.
All right.
I don't think Satan's good. Satan might be asleep.
He sleeps.
Maybe. Well, Brian, like, listen, that's not a dox. I would never let anybody dox you on my channel. That's not going to happen. Like,
That's my dad.
Again, I really thought it was not put my body back up. So you go watch it, Brian. Okay?
Oh, I'm sure. I've never seen either of them because I don't know anything about them, but I'm sure they are.
Yes, I know that case really well, Kit. I know that case back and forth. Yeah, that's an attempted dox that Kimmy P with ADD put up. That's my dad. That is my dad.
But all the examples didn't make any sense. Like what I remember off the top of my head was that
I think Darley did it. I know that case back and forth. You can email me at this address right here. I'll put it in.
Telling somebody to go record what Tiffany was saying on the public panel, right?
You want a link? Pizza? Here you go. Let's talk about it. My headphones totally just gagged me with
Which
the
part?
thing.
All of it?
There you go. There you go, pizza. Oh, I've done all kinds of lies. I know that case back and forth. I talked to all the investigators around that police department. I spoke to Darlie Key, Cyril Routier, Beja, Darren. Come on, pizza. Let's talk about it.
Hold on, before I go any further, that was not Kimmy. Kimmy was on panel.
I thought you said you weren't listening.
One time.
I thought you said you weren't listening. He's over there like we're listening and we're just ignoring him. They keep responding to me.
So that they can just watch the shit so that they can shut the fuck up. Then stop sounding stupid. Hold on.
Yeah, jingle balls.
So the reason that that's a terrible point and why that doesn't work is because the stuff that Tracy keeps in her back pocket to throw out and hurt somebody with is all the dirty, grimy shit that one of her friends did when they were with her, right? That she could throw out and hurt them with when they have woke like that.
You leave Tracy alone.
Telling someone to record what is done on a public panel is not the same thing.
Kitten Poodler, you need to go look up the truth. She's friends with Darlie Key, Darlie's mom. We're going to do a mock trial here in about a week on this case.
Oh, girl, she tried it.
I don't think
She
Pod's
really
there.
did. And it's sad too because I hate watching the chat. Like it's the same thing kind of like in Laura's chat. I hate watching it because you could just see the bias. They're listening to something that's wrong, and if they were to actually think about it, they'd realize it. But the bias just, they just agree. Oh yeah, you're so right. Oh,
But
yeah, you're so
anyways.
right. Well,
Oh, yeah, they don't even know if they're agreeing with. They have no fucking clue what they're agreeing with. Hey, Mary. Hey, Mary, little trials.
Bex, you good?
But anyways. Thanks for the airtime. I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me get it out there that you guys support a sexual predator that pretends to be a transgender man when she's not, and that does not act like a man in this community. You put up some of the things I said, but put up some of the things that yeah. You don't know? Take a look at yeah. Take a look at the picture that I got on my community post of my dad.
Yeah, it is. Kenzie.
That's why you guys conjured it up.
Yeah.
I hope you'll be all right, Sarah.
All right, hold on a second. Question. At the end of MGL's live today, a female on the panel said that there are others that use the Lady Whistledown account. MGL seems surprised.
That's a narrative. That's a false narrative.
There's about 17 people that have the Lady Whistledown account.
If you think that she seems surprised, she must get better at her acting.
Molly LaGolightly has nothing to do with that account.
Okay, so
I think, one second, just real quick. And I think that there are people who might say, hey, I have a clip of this. Can you put it up there? And she does.
There's actually a whole bunch of people that run that channel.
She's holding so harshly to we are Whistledown. But do you think all of those people have the account password?
Yes, they
And
do.
all of those people are able to edit and upload?
Yes, they are.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they are.
a lot of people run Mandolin too, because I get sent all the time where, like, hey, we're gonna upload this, or hey, did you see this? Go to this timestamp, and it's right there. Yeah, don't be fucking with that.
They know. They're playing with their little lighthearted doxes over there.
I want to point out, like, there's a big thing going on right now. They're like, they are always on panel. First of all, a lot of
But anyways, no, I'm not an investigator. That is a case that I've followed since probably 1996, right after it happened. And I've been to I've been to the crime scene there in Rowlett. I've spoken to Beja, their housekeeper. I've spoken with Darren's wife, Cindy Black. I've used to talk to Darla Key all the time. I spoke to Darren's mother. I spoke to James Cron. I spoke with David Neighbors. I spoke with Toby Shook, the prosecutor. I know that case in and out, and I stand for her guilt. I don't have anything against people that think she's innocent, but I've been able to show that my channel before this was very successful in true crime, and that was the case that I covered. True crime people have like one case that they lock onto, and that was the one that I investigated the most. I got more stuff out than your average person would on that. Now, the truth, if you look up the truth, she was a friend. I don't know if she still talks to Darlie's mother, Darlie Key. We're going to do a mock trial on that. Me and the truth used to butt heads really hardly about this case. I feel like, I feel like that she killed Devin and Damon, and that she deserves to be where she's at on that particular case. But you can pick my brain in the email about it, and I can show you some things. The channel that I had all that stuff on is now gone, but there's lots of people out there that can vouch for I had, the interviews that I had, including the truth. But anyways, I want to thank Steph for giving me, some airtime and putting it out there that we know that FOD is a transgender fraud and that she is a sexual predator. I also want to thank her for trying to make it look as if, I said those things hurt your back. But that's no different than when you were on FOD's panel and you stood up and Rev goes, wow, what a nice ass. You didn't go at him for that. So you want to play these games, and I ain't got nothing against Rev, but, if you're going to play tit for tat, that's how you play it, right? You looked flustered when he said that. We wouldn't know anything about that picture to make any comment at all, except for your buddy Fod shared it with everybody. And I'm pretty sure when you sent it to Fod, you were not hoping that it got all over the internet. I actually felt bad for you that got shared, because I know that it was a private moment that was intended for you and the person that you were trying to impress. So, and I also made it clear after that there's, it's not just, my wife is sitting right here. I don't do sneaky stuff behind my wife. When you send a half naked picture to another person on YouTube and they share it around with everybody, then the problem should be with the person that shared it, not with the people that are commenting on it. I did say you look kind of good in that shower. My wife is not jealous. Okay. You look good in the shower. You're not an ugly female, but nobody would know what you look like in the shower had Fod not passed that around. When Makeup Mobster, who I don't always get along with, I don't hate her or nothing. When she came out of that shower butt naked, I was the first one to make a video telling people, hey, that's not right. It's not fair. It's not funny. I didn't think it was funny. I didn't. And I felt bad for her for that. And people don't want to put that out there. Right? I stuck up for her for that. Yeah, that's fine. Anytime you want to mail me about that. Yeah, Rev's all right. But he did, Steph was sitting there on Fod's panel and she had a pair of leggings on and she got up and you could see her behind, right? And Rev goes, wow, you got a nice ass, right? And Steph wasn't flustered about that. But, what I said to her was those things hurt your back. That's not me making any kind of hit at her. That's not me coming out of the way. Look, we wouldn't know what she looked like in the shower had Fod not shared that. So people need to know in the future. Yeah, I think you're right, Sarah. And me and Makeup Monster don't normally get along. I ain't got no hate for her. But when she came out of the shower and was naked and people were sharing that, I didn't think it was funny at all. I don't think that's funny to see women get used like that. I don't mind cussing a woman out. If she's cussing me, I'll cuss her back. They don't hurt. Those are just words we're tossing at each other. They're just words. That's what drama is, right? And then Steph came in my chat yesterday, right? And I don't block those people from my chat. If they want to come over here and talk, they can talk. But as soon as she told me that I said, well, come on up. And I wasn't being mean to her. I said, come on up. She goes, you don't get to decide what gender Pod is. No, I don't get to decide that, but she don't get to tell everybody that she's a male and that she was born a male and hit on people. She don't get to do that. You know? So I asked Steph, I said, well, come on up and talk about it. I said, I'll be nice to you. I even said, I'll be kind to you. I'm not going to yell at her. She hasn't insulted me. She's just doing drama, but she's not insulting me. I don't feel insulted by either one of them, by Mandolin or Steph. But if you want to have some drama and you want to sit and talk about somebody, you need to give them at least a chance to come up on your panel and discuss it. Except for I don't drink, pizza girl. That's the thing. I don't drink. Why would I sound drunk when I don't drink? I don't use any drugs. I don't drink. Now, why would I sound drunk to you? Yeah, Rev doesn't bother me. But he did. Now she's getting mad at me. Listen to this, Rev. She got mad at me because she came in my chat yesterday and we're talking about that picture that she sent to Pod. Right? She came in my chat yesterday and getting a little snide with me. And I said, well, you kind of look good coming out of that shower like that. And I said, do those things hurt your back? Because she's a big-breasted chick. Right? But that wasn't a hit. Right? She goes, oh, my God, I can't believe you said that. That was disgusting. Right, Rev? And I remember when she was on panel over at Pod's, right? And you were on the panel too. Hi, Carla. And you were on the panel too, right? And she got up and you could see her behind, which was well formed, you know, and you said, wow, you got a great ass. And nobody jumped your ass for it, right? So it depends on if they like the guy or not. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair for her to say, well, he was talking about my breast. I said, do those things hurt your back? Because they're big. And there's a lot of people that got a lot of women that are big breasted, like Solil Moonfry, who is actually Punky Brewster, whose breasts got so big that they hurt her back, and she had to have a breast reduction. So I wasn't like, wow, nice tits. Wow, you got great tits. I didn't say that. Yeah, that's what, and I was just being funny. So I ain't got no problem with Rev. Rev can do what he wants. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he's funny when he flips out on these people over here. All right. He flipped out on me one time. I don't hold that shit against people. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold grudges on people. I really don't. I don't care for Mandolin, but she knows how to do drama. And if you're going to talk shit about somebody, they're going to talk shit back. She don't take it personal. I don't block none of them from my chat. None of them. If they want to come up, they can. But don't come in my chat talking shit. Because I'm going to ask you to come up on the panel. You know, and if you're out eating dinner with your parents, which is what I was told when I asked Steph to come up on panel, I didn't go, come up here, bitch. I'll talk to you. I said, come on up on the panel. Let's discuss that. I said, I'll be kind with you. She goes, well, I can't. She on her panel, she said, I politely backed out. No, what you said was is that I'm out to dinner with my family. So that means that you would literally be sitting out to dinner with your family, watching my live and commenting in my live. And you had to have heard what I was said, which either meant you were playing it out loud while you were at dinner with your parents or whoever it was, or you had headphones on. Like for me, when I'm out to dinner with my family, I won't be on YouTube watching somebody. Right? Nothing happened. I tried to get over on Steph's and jump up on her panel. She wouldn't let me up there. The bottom line is these people want to sit and talk about you, but they don't want you to be there to be able to defend yourself. They don't want to come up on panel. Yeah, I ain't got no problem with you, Rev. I was just hoping that. So look, here's my thing. Marianne said she felt like I was trying to manipulate you. No, I think you're an intelligent young man, and sometimes you get flustered, and I think you can probably do a little bit better than let these people get on your nerves. That's all. That's why I had you come up, right? I got no problem, Rev. Look. He don't intimidate me. He don't bother me. He ain't never done nothing to me. He got snide with me because he heard some bullshit. But other than that, I ain't got no problem with him. So I was just trying to encourage him to, try and do a little bit better. Don't let these people get to you. He's intelligent. I like talking to intelligent people. He's not stupid. Right. She did. She came in here, said that she was at dinner with her family. She couldn't come up. She didn't say, no, I don't think so. She said, well, I politely declined. No, you didn't. You made an excuse. So when I saw that she was going live, she put a link in, and I tried to go up on her panel. I'll come to your turf. If you guys want to pick at me and call, I won't hide from it. Come on, man. I won't hide from it. That's all. I had to turn it off. I think it's kind of funny sometimes to banter with these kids, but it really is. These are kids to me, and it's like talking to little teenagers. You know what I'm saying? And you can outwit them. They know that I can outwit them, right? They say, "I can't believe you don't feel bad for some of the things you say." If I felt bad about them, I wouldn't say them. There's somebody over there going to say, "Shouldn't you be reading your Bible? Shouldn't you be cleaning out your crack pipe?" You can go look at BryanSt.John, right? Where I think it was Serendipity made this video where I was literally smoking my vape pen. Here, I ain't got no shirt on, but I'll show you this. But look, I'll show you this vape. Let me put my cam on. Turn my cam on real quick. Maybe you can see this. All right. I was smoking out of this vape pen, right? Not this vape pen, but it was one just like it, right? You can see this, right? Literally. And these people in this community took it as I was smoking crack. But go look at BryanSt.John. BryanSt.John. Go look at it. Yeah. I did, look, when I was into paganism, I had people coming after me. So I took the word revenge, their revenge. I didn't want to have revenge. And I sent it to ashes and sent it into air, right? And I put it in, I let it go out, and I extinguished it, and then I devoured it. That's a pagan ritual to get rid of someone else's anger at you, right? And it worked. It took a while, but it did work, right? But I turned, and then I heard something outside. I got up and looked outside. It also woke up my daughter. She come outside. And they said, "Look, it's 3:00 in the morning." But anyways, if you go and look at that video, I've explained that. Yeah. But I really would like to have a conversation with Steph. She seems to be everywhere. And she seems to be quite hypocritical as well. Yeah. She seems to be quite hypocritical. Now, she has yet to insult me. She hasn't insulted me. She's playing drama. She's doing a little dragging. It's not bothering me, right? But when somebody says, "You do those things hurt your back," that's not, no. It's no worse than when Amanda Lynn said, "Well, go suck a dick, Bryan." If women can act that way, tell a man that, well, then what's wrong with a man going, "Hey, do those things hurt your back?" What's the difference? I thought y'all wanted equal rights, right? But anyways, I need to get to bed. I just thought maybe I would give Steph that opportunity to talk to me and not at me. That's see, in the drama community, if you're going to drag somebody, if you're going to do it the right way, if you're going to drag somebody, you need to give them the opportunity to jump up on your panel and go at it with you there. But that little hiding behind another channel, not letting somebody up, I disrespected her by saying, "Those things hurt your back." Rev, I guarantee you she'll let you up on your panel right now. And you said, "Damn, you got a nice ass." Guarantee you, Rev. It just depends. You're hypocrites. You're hypocrites. But Steph, I will debate with you any day. And Wendy, I will debate. I challenge you, Wendy. I challenge you with the utmost respect that will have no dragging, no uncivil talk, no profanity. I challenge you, one win. Let me panel wherever you want with you, and we can talk about the Bible and salvation. We can talk about that. I challenge you to that, Wendy. But I know that you're going to decline that, right? Remember, you said sometimes I like people that do bad things. I just can't help myself. No, sometimes you like people that do bad things that benefit you. So let's have that biblical debate, and I'll show you what God has taught me over the last year. How about that? Am I wrong for some of the things I do? Absolutely. Does sin separate me from my full potential? Absolutely. But the difference is I know that. And the difference, I know that because sent to me was the helper. The helper was sent to me, and I know that. See, before I didn't know that. I didn't recognize it. Now I know it. Am I striving to do better? Yes. If these people are going to drag me, look, that's fine. That doesn't mean I need to go up there and go, "Oh, you fucking bitch." Blah, blah, blah. No, I don't do that anymore. And they know that. But as far as children go, children are the closest to God. They're almost without sin. They don't learn to sin until they get older and they're subject to the world, right? So the children of St. Jude, that's a touchy subject for me. So if I'm going to go out, and I haven't really dragged Diane, I haven't really dragged Wendy. I call her out on her hypocrisy. I don't really call her names. Anytime, Wendy, if you want to have an epic live stream, because you seem to be this holier than thou Christian that condemns people It says, none of you will inherit the kingdom of God. See, that's God. God's the only one who can open those gates to heaven for anybody. You can't play God. See, the Bible tells us there's only one Lord, one Father, and you tried to play God. That's blasphemous behavior. And if you want to go Bible with me, we can do that. We can do that anytime you want to. And I promise you, I'll do it with respect and dignity. And I won't say a foul word to you. I won't come at you with a single insult. If any of you want to go Bible with me, any of you, I'll put that in your pipe and smoke it. The reason people want to come at me as if I'm crazy and try to diminish my faith, diminish my parenting, diminish everything they can about me is because they know I'm clever and I'm smart, and they can't have smart. You need to have idiocy. You need to have stupidity. You need to have childlike behavior, like sitting on a panel and talking about somebody and not allowing that person to come up on that panel. That's childlike behavior. That is exactly what it is. And I'm telling you now, and I stand firm on this. FOD is no transgender person. FOD does not identify as a male. FOD gets off on pretending he's a male and talking to women because he's thinking about getting between those thighs. That's what FOD does. FOD is a sexual predator. And FOD can bring up all that stuff he wants to about my son. But the people that have been here and listened to me argue about that for 4 years, what FOD doesn't tell people is I turned my son in. And that's a fact. And people know that. I put the whole trial up. I put every single record out. I know my son's guilty for what he did. I didn't tell him to do it. He's the one doing life in prison for it, not me. And if you want to go and say, well, maybe if you were a better parent, it wouldn't have happened that way. Somebody who kills children has a mental illness. Mental illness comes to anybody, right? That would be like me telling FOD, if you'd have been a better parent, your kid wouldn't be autistic. That's dead wrong for me to say that, right? But we cannot handle what our kids go through, what they develop. He was a grown man. He's 23 years old when he did it, right? How about these parents, that have kids that become addicts later on? It's not their fault that they do that. That's a choice that the child that grows into an adult makes. You disrespect your girlfriend. You are an abuser in multiple states and counties. Hey, Nicole, now I'm an abuser in multiple states and counties. I don't know. Pizza, why don't you take a link? Well, no, wait a minute. I want to play with this troll. Why don't you take a link and come tell us about it? FOD. Why don't you name one state or county where whatever you're talking about, name it. Just put it in the chat there. I have one child that's doing life in prison right now because he killed a baby, right? And at the time, I wasn't even married to his mother, right? And see, when people don't have anything else, they bring that up, right? They bring that up as if the day that he killed Braden Ferguson. See, these people want to dig up a dead child to exact revenge on me because, they're really upset about me. You know what I'm saying? So they have to dig up a child. I think that Braden Ferguson's life meant more. It was worth more than some argument on YouTube that some transgender idiot that fakes transgenderness to dig him up out of the ground. Say, hey, well, let me use his little 2-year-old life to get at somebody with fake screenshots. That's already been determined too. It's like Trisha Not Trish makes profiles of people here on YouTube. She did the same thing over there. She's already admitted to it. They want to dig up a dead child to get at somebody. That's how bad they want to get at somebody. Right, let's look at this as an example. I was talking about this earlier. Look at President Jimmy Carter. He was one of the best presidents that we ever had. He had a brother named Billy that was an alcoholic, kept getting DUIs, in and out of jail. They had the same parents. Do they not? I hope that no one finds themselves in a position where anyone in their family or does something stupid like this. Somebody once asked me, "Why did your son do that?" I said, "Because he's fucking ignorant." Now they can put all that crap up all they want. They don't bother me because I didn't do that. I didn't do that. They didn't know Braden Ferguson. They just set him on their knee. They didn't get to enjoy him. He was a good little boy. He was a cute little boy. All right. Those people, as soon as this happened, right? The whole family knew each other. We all knew each other. We all lived within like a mile or so of each other. But as soon as this happened, it was questionable because there were two people in the house, right? But their whole family starts putting up before he even got arrested. They start putting up pictures of my son all over Facebook. Yeah, we're gonna get this murderer, and you find him, and blah blah blah. I'm like, whoa, no, your instinct is to protect your child, right? He wasn't found guilty 4 hours after it happened, and they're putting his pictures over there, right? And he was telling us he didn't do it. But right, my first post about him was, and you can ask Tracy the truth about it. My first post about this, because I wasn't buying a story. My very first post about him was, I know he did this. I know he did it. I'm not going to stand by he is guilty. And Tracy, the truth, came to me and said, look, you shouldn't be talking about this. You're going to hurt his case. If he's innocent, you're hurting his case. You should not be doing this. My first initial post was that he did. That's what they do. Fod has been outed. Fod wants to sit and call me disgusting. Fod has been outed. She talked to Randy, and Randy thought it was a guy. If you go back and listen to what Sam and Yama, God love them, put out, she admits it. She admits that everybody thought that was a guy for the longest time on here, right? Fod came into my chat one day, and look, this is honest to God's truth. This is how I met Fod. I was doing a live about swatting and the dangers of swatting, and I had 300-400 people in here, right? And I was doing a live about the dangers of swatting. So I see this account FOD come in my chat, and she goes, yeah, swatting's bad. My mother was killed in a swatting incident. That's what Fod said to me. That's the first thing Fod ever said to me. And I said, well, come on up, let's talk about it, because that's what we're discussing. We're discussing how dangerous swatting is, right? And she said, nah, I hated my mom. And I said, well, yeah, but you can still, come up and talk to us about it. She goes, nah, she deserved to die. So I booted her from my chat for saying that. For coming into a serious topic, I booted her from my chat. And a couple of days later, she puts up this thing about people need to call CPS on me. People need to call CPS. We timed, our daughter got timed out in a room. My wife caught her telling a fib. And after she caught her telling a fib, she told her, use the bathroom, brush your teeth, and you're going to bed. Time to go to your room. She was in there for 5 minutes while I was doing this live. She was in there about 5 minutes. Mommy, I'm thirsty. And Nicole said, no, you're not coming out. Then she goes, well, Mommy, I have to pee. And Nicole goes, well, go piss your pants, because we knew she had to pee. She's just been in the bathroom. Fod said that Children's Services needed to come over to me for that, right? And sent them over here based on that, because I kicked her out of my chat. That's what started that. And she talks about I doxed her children. Yeah, I said their first and last name. I doxed her whole house because I got her information, and there were other people that knew about it. I had her information, and I thought it was dangerous that we had a CPS caller in the community, right? So I got her information, and I was talking to some people about it. Science Girl even vouched for this. I was talking to some people about it. I said, I don't know if I should dox them or not. I mean, catching hell because I had doxed Laura and I doxed some other people. And the bottom line came when Diane said, if you're going to dox anybody, Bryan, that's the one to do it to. So when I got Diane's approval, I doxed FOD. That's exactly. Yeah, I know. And there's a lot of people that remember that live. Hey, Mr. Positive. There's a lot of people that remember that live when she said that her mother deserved to die. And we all thought that was a guy. So she went on for like another month or so, pretending like she was a man. She even used a voice changer to call making lemonade, sounding like a man. and making lemonade. She told all about it. She used the voice changer. This is some of the things that Steph don't know, that maybe Mandolin doesn't know, that Mallory doesn't know. I have been warning people in this community about her for almost 2 years now. Right. Diane did stack up. Well, it was just the reason there was nothing wrong with what we said. Now, if we made her stand there and say, piss your pants now, and made her pee her pants, no, there was nothing because we knew. Look, we also went through this with the kids. All right, we put them in the room, and they would say, "Oh, I have to pee," and then we would say, "Okay, go ahead, pee," and then they would lock themselves in the bathroom. We had to fight with them to come out of the bathroom. So now we got to the point where if we put them in the room for timeout, right, because that's what would happen, we put them in the room for timeout. We always make sure they went to the bathroom first. Yeah, I have and look, and people say, well, you doxed her kids. You said her kid's first name. So what? What names did you give to CPS? So what? I said your kid's first name. So what? And here's the thing that maybe should be, that I would be concerned about, is Randy was doing a live, right? And I wouldn't call CPS on nobody. I never would. But maybe the community might want to think about this. Remember, she wanted to call CPS on us. And CPS came and checked it out, and they apologized and left. But Randy was doing a live, and FOD's daughter was in the chat. And Randy was addressing her in the chat. Randy was talking to her from her panel. She goes, your daughter's here, Fod. You need to go on. You need to quit messing with me and go on. And the daughter was in a chat, and the daughter typed in, Mom, why do you keep bothering people on YouTube? Stop acting like this. 12-year-old little girl. A 12-year-old little girl had to come onto YouTube to tell her mother how to behave. But Nicole telling my daughter to piss her pants was the reason for her to call CPS. And I was typing to that little girl in the chat with her first name. I was like, come on over here. I'll talk to you. Let me talk to you about some of the stuff your mom does on here. But my parenting is bad. You don't see my child begging me to get off of YouTube, messing with people. Because my kids, they're not usually around it. They know a little bit of drama goes on, but they're not usually around it. How about that? You think about that, Fod. If you keep fucking with me, Fod, I'm going to dox the shit out of your ass again. Then I'm going to start doxing the people that support you. Because I think people have a right to know. I think I'm playing. Because that little thing that they pulled with that fake profile, that was a dox. That was almost a dox. These wrestlers use stage names. Wrestlers use stage names. They don't never use their real names. I honestly believe that FOD called CPS on Laura. Because when the first call, I'm not so sure about, but the second call, the officer clearly said that they got a call and they used my wife's name. Right? When Randy got swatted, those people used my name. And I think it was FOD that did it. You keep messing with me, fine. I'm going to dox your ass again. I don't care who don't like it. Because you're a predator. You go after these women in this community. You're harmful to kids. Your own kids want you off of YouTube. Your own child wants you off of YouTube. You keep playing with me, Fod. Keep playing with me, Renee. Because you didn't have no problem using real names when you called CPS, Renee Ladner. You didn't have no problem then, did you? I'm not playing with you. I'm beyond the Diane thing. Okay? I'm beyond that. Diane's not coming on YouTube. She's not here every day dragging people. That's good enough for me. Wendy's trying desperately to take her spot. But this still stands with Wendy. If you want to spread biblical stuff like you know something about the Bible, this challenge still stands to you. You set up a live on a day that I'm available, and I will come up with all the dignity and grace in the world, and I'll ask God to anoint me to say the things that need to be said, and I will debate biblically with you, and I bet you'll come away from it a different person, and so will I. Yeah, Love Shack. I'm satisfied with. I am satisfied with the fact that the majority of this community knows what Diane did. Satisfied with that. Hi, Ginger Lock. I'm satisfied with the fact that she's not on her live every day, and I'm satisfied with the fact that she's just not going to be able to. Her channel's tanked, and it should. I would be more satisfied if Diane would come back and say, "Look, I made a huge mistake. Please forgive me." I would be satisfied with that. I really, I have empathy for Wendy and Randy. I don't like to drag on Randy. I really don't. There's something about her I don't like to drag on her. But Wendy should know better. But I do have empathy for them because they got left holding the cards. They got left, and Wendy has to be defensive. There's no other way. She's not going to go at Diane like she should because she cared about her. And come on, let's be real here. She cared about Diane. They were friendly. And Diane fucked her over. And she doesn't have the heart to drag Diane. When she should. She should be pissed. Let's get real here in this late night. No, her channel's not down. Let's get real here late at night. Let's become some people here late. Do I got anything against? Do I hate stuff? No. Drama can be fun if you do it the right way. Now, if Steph or Mandolin want to come up on my panel, I'll let them come up. Let's do some drama. Let's talk about it. I have a bit of empathy for the fact that I really used to like Wendy. I didn't care for Diane much. And I told Wendy one time, you need to get away from Diane. And she'll tell you this. You need to get away from Diane. And then it started kind of happening. Randy was coming up more. I told Wendy she would do better without Diane. I said it on live. But I used to like Wendy. And I think that some of her acting out now is she's just defensive. And she has to be mean because she doesn't want to pick at Diane about it. If you ever had a friend in your real life screw you over, you still remember those times when they were your friend. And you just can't bring yourself to do it. I've had it happen. It's happened to me. So I understand in a way. But when you're not going to sit and talk about my faith. See, these people, they keep coming at me and saying, well, you don't got a right to pick Fod's gender. Well, you don't have the right to do that. And you guys don't have the right to pick my spirituality. You don't. So. Sarah says she threw every friend or supporter under the bus, didn't think twice about it. Selfish, yeah, that's narcissistic behavior. But there's parts of me, I can't help but have a small amount of compassion for these people. All of them. Man, there is a skunk in the neighborhood. Woo! That's when you live out in the boom. There's a skunk that just sprayed. Either that or my wife smoking weed somewhere. But anyways, the mission of this live was because Steph came over here. Steph is making a name for herself in the drama community. Trying to teach her how to do it. You cannot get at me for saying, "Oh, do those things hurt your back?" No, you can't. That wasn't a derogatory remark. When you mod for somebody like Fod, who's always talking about dildos and boners. Come on, man. Men should act like men. All of them. If you're going to hold one man accountable for something he said, then you can't mod for another one that says those things that are worse. You can't. And there was also a time when Fi goes, he doxed me. There was also a time when said he didn't even dox me. It was a church. No, it was your house. I know your husband's name. You want to talk about my kids? We'll talk about my son Luke. Let's talk about your daughter. We'll talk about your daughter. You want me to say her name? Can we do that? Can we do that? And again, I stand by this. When someone kills a child, that means they have some kind of underlying mental illness. It doesn't mean that he had bad parenting. It doesn't mean that he was in a bad environment, because he wasn't. We had no clue that this child, he was always good, right? His older brother, maybe not so much. But if my parenting caused him to have that mental illness, how would you feel if I said your parenting caused your child to have the illness they got? Because it doesn't make any sense, does it? Doesn't make any sense. We'll play that role with me. If you want to play these games with me, Renee, we can play these games. There ain't nothing more dangerous than a motherfucker that ain't got nothing to lose. Y'all have a good night. Peace and chicken.